Yes, it is my great pleasure and honor to be represent the AALCO, the Asian African Legal Consultative Organization, at this very important event. And I'd like to convey my heartfelt appreciation to the Bar Association of India for inviting AALCO to be part of this event and for convening this such a timely platform to reflect on the rule of law in building a fairer and more inclusive legal orders. It's not the record is not the first time that AALCO joined this very important event with the Bar Association of India. Since AALCO is not a new organization, we set up in 1956, and in my record, our first Secretary General of AALCO, Mr. B. Sen or Barry Sen, he served and worked with the Bar Association of India, and also he used to be the senior advocate at the Supreme Court of India also. So, and I'd like also to convey my heartfelt thanks to the President, Mr. Prashan Kumar, for inviting AALCO to be part of these very important events. My topic is the role of AALCO. Perhaps some of you may wonder what is AALCO. AALCO is the Asian African Legal Consultative Organization. Even AALCO is not part of the UN's network system, but AALCO is quite a long history. We are the intergovernmental organization set up in 1956 as we can say the tangible outcome of the Bandung Conference. Some of you may have heard about the Bandung Conference in 1955 held in Indonesia that time. And if we back to the 1950s, the time after the Second World War, the process of decolonization, member countries can say from the South join at the Bandung to think about their future in many issues, economic developments. And one of the issues is on how the countries of the Global South, Asia, Africa can contribute to the process of developments and the codification of international law. That's why AALCO is set up. And since 1956, that time we set up as the committee to provide the platform for the legal advisor of the countries in Asia and Africa. And also we provide some study and to help the countries to engage more in the universal platform. For example, at UN platform, when the countries join at the discussion on many particular topics of international law. And I can say that at the beginning we have the only 7 member states, and India is also one of the founding member states of AALCO. And now we have 49 member states from Asia and Africa. We have 32 from Asia, I think covering all the countries, even from the South Asia, East Asia, Southeast Asia, and 17 from Africa. And from the very beginning, AALCO mission has focused mostly on the promotion cooperation between Asia and Africa in the development of international law. And second, on the upholding the rule of law, as we discussed today, the rule of law in international relations in close cooperation with the United Nations. So my presentation will be brief. We will highlight some focus outcome of the AALCO during the can say the 49. We will celebrate next year 70 years of the setting up of the AALCO. The promoting cooperation in development of international law. As all of you may know, that international law does not develop by simply accepting rules made by elsewhere. For us, from Asia and Africa, it's been taking part in shaping those rules so they reflect our realities, values, and aspirations. And AALCO provides the forum where this collective voice is heard. For example, may I allow me to highlight some of our flagships contribution to the international law in the platform of the UNs. For example, the law of the sea. Before the adoption of the UNCLOS, some of you may know about the UNCLOS, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea in 1982. AALCO was already debating ideas such as the EEZ, the Exclusive Economic Zone, and the common heritage of mankind. This discussion helped ensure that the priority of the Global South of the developing coastal and landlocked states were reflected in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. The topic of state responsibility, as some of you may know, and combined with the diplomatic protection, AALCO enabled member states to exchange views on key principles such as wrongful acts, repatriation, and the nationality of claims, issue that remains vital for protecting the rights of states and their nationals. The succession of states for newly independent states, AALCO deliberation on treaties, properties, and debts of direct importance and contribute to shaping the Vienna Convention of 1978 and 1983. And on the issue of investment, very important. Since the beginning, some of you may know that during the years 1960, even 1950, 60, they have discussion at the UNGA on the issue of the state sovereignty over natural resources or the new international economic orders. And AALCO be part of this discussion during the 1958, 60, and even 70. And also AALCO contributes to many creation, for example, the creation of the MIGA, the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency at that time in 1980. And in our recent work, we are focusing on the issue of the reforming the ISDS, the Investor State Dispute Settlement. We work together closely with the UNCITRAL, the United Nations Commission on International Law, Working Group 3, which focus on the ISDS reform. And AALCO has ensured that the investment rules reflect concerns of our countries from the Global South, Asia, and Africa. And there's many emerging issues that we work today. AALCO discuss many current topics as the cyber law, cyber crimes, the AI, the climate change, and even space law. It has also launched the expert forum on asset recovery to support member states in tackling corruption and illicit financial flow. And this initiative helped to ensure that Asia and Africa are not left behind in the future evolution of international law. And on the issue of how upholding the rule of law in international forum or international relations. For Asia and Africa, the rule of law means that international relations must be governed not by power, but by fair rules, applied equally to all states. AALCO works closely with the United Nations to make this principle real. With the International Law Commission, or ILC, AALCO provides a platform for member states to discuss complex topics such as immunity of state officials, helping balance sovereignty and accountability. On the ICC, International Criminal Court, AALCO serves as a neutral platform for dialogue among states with reference position on the Rome Statutes. And with the UNCITRAL, AALCO has supported the development of a fairer commercial and arbitration rules, including the ISDS reform, as I mentioned earlier. And in today, we work on another many silent topics, such as the issue of environment challenge. AALCO has followed the works of the ILC and also follow the, as some of you may have heard about the ICJ advisory opinion on climate change and the state's responsibility. This debate reaffirmed that the rule of law must guide global response to such urgent challenge. And as we look forward, as I mentioned that AALCO will celebrate the 70 years next year in 2026. We are preparing for the futures, and our vision focus on at least 3 pillars issues. Deepening Asian-Africa legal solidarity. This is very important. We like to encourage participation from the countries Asia and Africa in the process of development and codification of international law, and advancing the development of international law within the UN and authors partners like the author, the IO International Organization, and also we provide a kind of practical tools to help member states as a special study, model law, even the model treaties on investment issue also. And let me also acknowledge the pivotal roles of India, a founding member state of AALCO. The permanent host of AALCO's headquarters is in New Delhi in Chanakyapuri. India has always been at the forefront of shaping AALCO's agenda and continue to support its work. And hosting this conference once again reflects India's strong commitment to the rule of law, to the global legal cooperation. So in my conclusion, I'd like again to convey my heartfelt thanks to the Bar Association of India for organizing this event and inviting AALCO to be part of this important events. And the rule of law is very important. This morning I listened to many speakers. I'm impressed by many speeches, and one that I like to raise again by Excellency's Honorable Mr. Justice Singh, when he mentioned that the rule of law, we cannot claim, without the rule of law, we cannot claim diplomacy, we cannot claim possibility, even anything, because the rule of law is the foundation of everything. And I think that the rule of law is the rule, not the rule of lawyer, but the rule of everybody. But we need to engage many, many more people to understand and respect the rule of law. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, Dr. Kamalinne.